Alright guys, this is what I got as part of my misting system hanging setup. I bought this string lights hanging kit. Comes with all this stuff inside the box. 150 foot of it's like a plastic coated steel cable or cord, so that should be enough to go across my patio area. 3 of these tightening hooks, looping hook, and this you just tighten this up like that after you attach your cable at one end. This includes quick connects and also the actually the brackets, screw brackets, where you can loop the end of your cable to go onto these hooks. And then also I've got some other brackets here, and these will mount great for onto my screen framing, but I'm going to use my self-tapping screws to put them in, and they should go in very quickly and easily. Okay guys, I got my guide wire in place. Now I got a curtain guide wire that goes over that way above the door there, and then this one follows all along here out front across those 2 pillars to the other side of the screen porch area, and then another one that follows over above the other door over there. So we'll have a complete curtain when we get our misting system up. This was just the first step. I've got my my wire up there that's going to hold the misting system, the nozzles and the hose. I'm going to tag that up there with some nylon tie straps and get those things pointed in the right direction. You want to be down and a little bit angled out, and then your breeze will blow in that mist inside this curtain area that we're going to have. This is the misting system setup by Home Note. This is what you get inside the package. And this is a 75-foot setup, so it should be long enough to go all the way around my patio area. We'll see. It's got the nozzles included in there. Now I don't know if I'm able to, if I've got less than 75 feet, if I'm able to cut it down and use a shorter length. I'll let you guys know as we go through this, but I'm going to go ahead. I'll be right back. I'm going to hook this up to some water, just some tap water right now. I do have a high pressure regulator for this to boost up the pressure to 160 psi or something like that, so I'm going to hook that up after I get this set up and make sure it's working as designed. Stay tuned. Okay, this is what you get inside your package. On the end you get this hose bib connector. It comes with a gasket in it and a screen, and this comes all wrapped up, 75 foot. They also include a couple extra nozzles, an extra gasket, and also an extra screen here as well. So if you need to replace those, keep these aside. Okay guys, what I'm doing now, I've got the mister line hooked up to my faucet here. I'm going to go ahead and use these nylon strips, tie strips. You're going to need a pack of these. I'll leave the link in the description below on where to find these too, and you're going to need a lot of them because this is a 75-foot line. And at the end here I'm going to make a little loop, leave a little extra in case I have to redo this line. If it breaks at the end or something, I'll have some spare, and I'll have some in this loop here. Okay guys, I've started up here tying it up, and I soon found out that the whole roll of it's kind of coiled up, so I stretched it out. As you can see here, I stretch it out on the ground here to see how many I have, as well as get this uncoiled as well. So it comes over here. It looks like I'm going to have just enough. I might be a little bit short, but I wanted to show you on this end here. it's got like a terminating nozzle, so it's not a T. So you can move this, if this is a little bit too long, to another area. Remove one of those T's and then install this. And to take these or the T off, you just push in that blue ring and pull the line out from the blue ring. Push that in first, and that's how you remove the T's as well. So just keep that in mind. Looks like I measured pretty accurately for my situation here, but they do make these in 50 foot, I believe, and maybe a 65 foot I saw. So I'm gonna finish hanging this up. All right, guys, I quickly found out that you shouldn't try to aim these as you're putting them up one after another. And you can even pull some tension when you get to the corners there to kind of pull that the water line snug, so that it will kind of hold the nozzles in one direction. Then I'll go back up after I get all the line up, and we'll go ahead and angle. After I get all the line up, I'll go back up there and aim each nozzle, and hopefully I can find some sort of method that helps me keep them aligned and shooting in the direction that I need it to shoot in, which is kind of down and out. All right, let me get this finished, hang up the rest of this misting system. We'll be right back. All right, guys, I got it finished. Hung it all up all the way to the other end. I had more than enough. I actually took off this amount here that included 3 extra nozzles on it, and it was easy to pull off that last terminating nozzle and just replace it up there. I've got the terminating nozzle up here now. It's no longer a T nozzle. And we're gonna turn it on. Now they're all just mismatched in aiming, but we're gonna turn it on and make sure they're all working first. Okay, this is the valve to turn it on. Now remember, this is just regular house water pressure, probably somewhere between 40 and 60 psi. But I've got that high pressure pump I'm gonna put on next. But let's try it out with this. Oh, there it is. It's working. See it in the sun? You can see them easy in the sun. Oh, it's feeling a little bit cooler. All that misting. Now, when we're sitting out here, either at this table or in this chair section, we have a whole blanket of mist coming down around us. So all that hot air, when it enters the screen porch area or a breeze blows it in, it's got to go through that ice cold water that's coming from underground, and it's going to cool off. All right, let me get all the nozzles aimed now. We'll be back. All right, guys, I've got them all aimed down now. Looks like a giant misting vapor cooling blanket. All the way around. Now, next step is to install, because that's on city pressure right there, city water. We're going to install this Orbit misting booster pump, professional grade series. That's what it looks like, and it increases your water pressure up to 160 psi. So currently we're on maybe about 40 or 50 psi. So it's supposed to make this really turn in from water droplets to a vapor. Alright guys, so we have a little bit of disappointing news here. I was going to hook up our new Orbit misting booster pump. And come to find out, I took these safety plugs out, and the line that comes with my misting system that I ordered is 8mm, and just look how loose that is. It doesn't stay in there. There's an O-ring in there, and it's too small. 8mm. This is I believe it said it was 3/8. So I went back to the computer, looked up some parts to downsize or upsize this to 3/8 tubing. So I got that on order. I'll come back and do another video on that part of it. When I get the parts in, I'll do a follow-up video. Probably be maybe a couple weeks from now, or a week, and we'll come back and go back to that issue of injecting high pressure 160 psi into our misting system out here. But for now, what I want to get back to is we're going to make this misting system smarter by adding the Orbit Beehive. It's a hose faucet timer with hub, smart hub, works with Alexa, and we're going to hook this up so that it will turn our water on out there when we tell Alexa to turn on our outdoor air conditioning system or misting system, right? So that's going to be cool. We're going to turn this into a smart outdoor misting system. Stay tuned. We'll get to hooking that up. Hopefully there's no other issues, and we'll see how this turns out. So guys, this is the Beehive on-off spigot smart Alexa system. You can operate it with your smartphone if you like. Takes 2 AA batteries, and I was thinking originally, well, how am I going to run a wire out to my water spigot? And come to find out, it's battery operated, right? So I got the batteries in the cartridge, and it's got a water seal around there, O-ring. So when you press it in, it's nice and tight. This part right here plugs inside, and this transmits Bluetooth, I believe, to this unit. This unit right now is just switching on and off. So it transmits Bluetooth from here to here, I believe, and then this part here, this adapter up here, USB adapter, this will connect this system to your internet Wi-Fi. 2.4 gigahertz, I believe, Wi-Fi system, and so it should be cool. I'm looking forward to this, because I don't want to go up to my misting system, to the hose bib and stuff, and turn it on or turn it off when I don't want it on. I can just tell my Alexa out here on the patio when I want it on and when I want it off, or even set it by timer. So stay tuned. Alright guys, one of these is to our regular hose out here to water the duck bowl and everything. That's the one on the right here. And so we're going to take this one off to the left. This one with the red hose goes to our misting system right now. Oh, better turn the water off. Oh, shoot. Alright, water's off now. Pressure is relieved. Probably got water on the lens. Alright, now I'm going to hook this up right here. And then hook up my hose down below here. And these are just plastic connectors, threaded connectors, so you don't want to, you know, torque them down that much. Just get them snug. Now I notice that blue light's flashing, so I believe it stays in pairing mode for like 60 minutes or something like that. So after I get this hooked up, I'll have to go inside and connect the app to it. Turn it on. Okay, we've got water flowing through it. Now we've got to go connect our app. Alright guys, now I've already got a Beehive app. I've got that Beehive app on my phone because I have another unit, a sprinkler timer unit at my rental property that's a Beehive, and it works really well. Right here is the symbol for it. So I'm going to open that app up. If you don't have it, you can get it in the Google Play Store or the Apple iTunes Store. So we've got one here already. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead. I believe I just plugged this unit in now into the wall. Oh, there's an indicator right there. So I think I need to add a unit. Settings, devices, I'll go to. Add a device right here. Add a device. Alright, this is a new device. And this is the hose faucet timer and hub right here. I'm going to select that. Before we begin, you have two devices to pair. Okay, the hub and the faucet timer. Okay, continue. Alright guys, I got the firmware installed. We're up to date on that firmware on the Beehive. So I'm going to go into my Amazon app right now, and I'm going to go to skills right here, and I'm going to look for the Beehive skill. So I'm typing Beehive, search. There it is. Only one result for Beehive skill. I'll select that, enable to use right here, and select that. Now I have to sign into my Beehive account. So you know. Okay, successfully linked to our Beehive. So now, next thing you want to do when you're in Alexa right here, you want to go into devices and then do add device right here, that plus sign at the top when you get into devices, and add a device. And I'm gonna pick other smart device and discover devices and let that run through. It takes about 45 seconds, and see if it discovers our new Orbit on-off hose timer. Alright guys, so I ran into another snag. The Beehive smart app connected with Alexa didn't work exactly as planned. I'm gonna have to get with their tech hotline probably. Maybe I'll come back with another video if I get that sorted out. But what was happening is I was telling Alexa to turn my Beehive on. I tried to say the name of the device, which I named this back porch, but it just would turn. It says, okay, I'm turning all stations on, and it was turning on my rental property's lawn sprinklers. So I don't know how to get it to determine just to turn on like one specific device. It just was starting. Maybe it was going to start with that one and then go on to this one that I just newly added, that water valve on the spigot. I'm not sure how to make it turn on just the water spigot. So, but anyway, I do have the Beehive app on here, so I don't have to walk around the corner. At least I can't verbally tell Alexa to go ahead and turn that on and off. But what I do like about the app is when you pull it up, you select the remote control at the bottom here once you're on your device, which is the back porch device, and I select that, and it gives you like a timer. I think it automatically picks like 10 minutes, so I can set it to a timer, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half hour, and then if I get called in for dinner or something like that, dinner's ready, and I leave and sit down and watch TV after dinner, and I discover like an hour and a half later, say, oh my god, I still got the misters on outside, right, on the back porch. That's not going to happen when you do it by this timer, right? So that's pretty cool. It's going to just automatically turn off in 10 minutes. So let's try it right now to see if it powers up. It's already set back porch to 10 minutes, and we'll go ahead and hit the play button there, and it should power right up now. We'll take a look at it. Take a closer look as they come on back behind me. So guys, they're on right now. Hopefully you can see our nice misting curtain. And I think you're going to notice this work probably in the evening time a little bit better. When the humidity is down, I do automatically feel some coldness right now, actually. So it's creating that blanket of that cool hose water running down, misting down through the through our blanket curtain right now. And it's surrounding us all the way around. And it's cool. I didn't even have to get up and turn on the hose valve. I just pulled out my smart home. And you can share that app with anybody, like your wife or your spouse, something like that. Anybody living in your household. You can share that app so they have access to it. So guys, I think this is pretty cool. I'm satisfied with it. Like I said, I got the high pressure pump parts on order. So when those parts come in, like I said, in about a week or two from now, this thing should be really powerful with going from, say, like 40 psi up to 160 psi. And it's probably going to be shooting down just vapors. And I imagine, because right now they're kind of like water droplets. But from all the study and reading up I've done, it says that when you got the high pressure on the misting system, it turns it into like vapor. So you won't see a whole bunch of water build up down here on the ground or on your furniture like that. So I'm really excited to see that. And I'm hoping it will work out so I can do the follow-up video on this. So guys, what do you think? I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to do a test next and just see if the temperature drops, and then we'll be on our way, okay? But stick around for that test. Otherwise, I'll see you on the follow-up video. Hang on a minute though. We'll do the test. Now guys, I wanted to give you just a little closer look at these. I tie strapped them up right there. Aimed them all downwards. I still need to go back and cut these little nylon tie straps. I just want to make sure they were all set first. And it might be a good idea, don't cut those nylon straps back entirely, so you could actually get a grip on them and adjust them if you need to tighten them in the future. But that is the misting system right there with the nozzles and tubing. One other issue I had with this misting system, this end here that attaches to your nozzle, it's some sort of fine thread or metric and not the standard hose bib threading. So I had to put a thicker rubber washer inside here and really crank this down, and then it works. When I first turn it on, I get like a little mist, like a pressure relief, and then it starts and it doesn't leak as much anymore. But still, here it is kind of leaking, and that's because this is the wrong fitting. I'll put the link to a correct fitting that I had to buy that's going to work with the 3/8" hose to work with my misting booster pump that I want to get hooked up. I'll do a follow-up video on that as mentioned before, and guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, this is my little thermometer display. I don't know if you can see it right now. It's like 98.9 degrees, 45% humidity out here on the back patio right now. So I'm going to go ahead and activate the sprinkler system. And we'll leave that activated for about 5-10 minutes and then see if we get different results. 98.9 degrees. Alright guys, 98.9 degrees is what we got to beat. Let's see here. Let me get this lens adjusted. This is a new camera to me, right? I'm going to adjust the light in here. Alright guys, we got 98.9 degrees we're competing with. I'm going to open the Beehive app, hit play. Should come on in a second. There we go. So they are on now, guys. Our water cooling curtain is on and activated all the way around us. That's our water cooling curtain activated all the way around us. We're going to see if it reduces the temperature here in a second. I'm going to leave it running for about 10-15 minutes. You'll just be waiting for 2 to 3 seconds and we'll have the results. By the way guys, I did a video on these umbrellas. They're very cool, modern, easy to use. Check out the video. I'll leave the video link above here. They make your patio usable again, along with these misting systems. Alright guys, misters have been going off for, I don't know, about 10 minutes or so. Feels a lot more manageable in here. We're at, what, 94.8 degrees, 47% humidity. They're still going, as you can see right there. They are still activated. I got that nice cool curtain around me. Now it dropped a couple of degrees, a few degrees, right? So, I mean, it's up to you. It might work better, I'm thinking, with that high pressure mister pump that I got the parts on order for. It's going to pump that pressure up almost 3 times or more, 3 or 4 times probably, and it might generate a longer mist down to the bottom. Right now, these are like mini water droplets right now, regular city water pressure. I'm liking it. I mean, when you just look at this curtain around you, mentally, I think you think that you're cooler because you see like this cooling mist just dropping down around you, like protecting you from that heat. Also, you got these umbrellas and stuff. So we did drop a few degrees. That's good to know. And now, this is in Florida, Tampa, Florida. When you get to those months where it's not so humid, you're going to feel that temperature drop even more. You're going to see that temperature drop even more. So this is a good idea, the system we hooked up here today. So if you're interested, I'll leave all the links to everything in this video down below in the description. So guys, let me know if you set one up yourself. Please purchase your products from my links below if you can. It helps me. Oh, they're just switching off right now. It helps me, doesn't cost you any extra. Helps me produce these videos, even more videos, so that I can keep you entertained for months and years to come. Guys, thank you again for tuning in to another one of my videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.